ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे So we are in the 12th chapter now, and we have completed 1 to 12 slokas of chapter 12. So in the first 7 slokas, Krishna establishes the supremacy of Bhakti Yoga. That's what he has explained in the first 7 chapters. In the beginning, in the first sloka, Arjuna asks, who is better, a impersonalist or a personalist? We all know who an impersonalist is, who does not believe Krishna as an person or as a entity. He thinks that God means it's a Brahman, it's an effulgence. So the people who worship the Brahman is better, or who worship Krishna's personal form is better. That was Arjuna's question in the beginning of chapter 7. So Krishna explains who is an impersonalist and who is a personalist, and then the difference and various other things. And who are the best seekers. Krishna explains that pure devotees are always in the thoughts, always have Krishna in their thoughts. That means whatever they are doing, they think about Krishna, and they do it for the pleasure of Krishna, not for their personal pleasure, for their personal pleasure. They are the spiritual seekers. So, and Krishna also explains that bhakti is doing worshipping the form of Krishna. The personal form of Krishna is the easiest way of doing bhakti, because see, thinking that something is there, somebody is there, and serving them is definitely much difficult than serving somebody who is in front of us, who accepts whatever we are doing. So that way, Krishna explains that the bhakti is a very simple thing when we do it for a physical form of Krishna. And then Krishna will deliver them from the ocean of samsara, the ocean of birth and death. And that is what is explained in the first 7 chapters. And he says the impersonalist has to really struggle hard, and then later, step by step, he comes on to the personalist form. And in the next 5 slokas, he explains various steps of bhakti. How one who cannot do a pure bhakti, who cannot keep Krishna in his mind and thoughts, can do bhakti. So that's what he explains in the next 5 slokas. So here, and Krishna says that absorption of Krishna is the topmost stage, and that is mind. And if one cannot do it, then we have to use our intelligence to do it. If one cannot practice that also, then we have to do abhyasam, that is abhyasa yoga, where Krishna, where we have to fix our mind on Krishna. And if that also we cannot do, like doing various practices, we know that simple living is always easier than doing something very difficult, which we are not able to do. So if not, then Krishna says, we have to offer the results. They think, okay, I'm not able to put mind on Krishna, I'm not able to think properly about Krishna, nor I am able to do any practices. At least whatever I am doing, let me offer them to Krishna. If that also we are not doing, then do it for Krishna is the next one. If that also we are not able to do, just say that whatever I am doing is for Krishna. Cook first, serve Krishna. And at least materially, if not mentally and wholeheartedly, at least physically do. That again becomes Nishkama Karma Yoga. So now from 13th to 20th sloka, various qualities, 31 qualities of a Krishna Bhakta are explained. How a real devotee is explained. What attracts a Bhakta towards Krishna, how to control his mind on Krishna, all those things are explained. So whoever is in Bhakti Yogi exhibits all these qualities. All the 31 qualities, they can be divided into 2. One is Swarupa Lakshanam and the second one is Tataksha Lakshanam. So the first one, Swarupa Lakshanam, are the primary qualities and the balance are the secondary qualities. So the primary qualities of the devotee are dedication towards Krishna. Other qualities, various levels depending on the devotion and commitment whatever others have. So, so in the secondary here, I think I should switch on the PPT. So it is like we have no devotion on Krishna, but we have a desire to develop the devotion. So what we should do is we should approach a guru, and the guru will explain you what is a real devotion, who is Krishna and other things. So he will lay the seed of bhakti in your mind. So if the soil is fertile, so we can bring any kind of good seed, and only if you put it in a fertile soil, it will become a plant. Otherwise, it will go waste. So we have to keep our mind fertile. So how do we keep a mind fertile? By keeping our by developing Vaishnava qualities, cultivating these Vaishnava qualities depending on our devotional service. That means we are doing all the things which we are not supposed to do and having all bad thoughts. The seed which has been planted by the Krishna, by the Guru, will not grow. So developing Vaishnava qualities are very important, which are explained here. Okay, so I shall turn the PPT. Hare Krishna. So here I have taken some new slides which explain the whatever I have told till now. They are explained here. So in Sloka 12.8, 9, 10, 11, 12, we have just now I have told you how one who does not have bhakti can develop bhakti in him. So whatever the qualities that are explained in 12.12 are the primary qualities, and the whatever was explained in the Sloka 12.8 is the highest stage of a bhakta. So the lowest stage, when we want to practice, we should renunciation and cultivation of knowledge and meditation. That is, what will happen when we start renouncing? The day we realize that whatever all these things which are there around us are really, we are not the rightful owners of it. That is the realization we should have. And then cultivation of knowledge. We should always read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and various other things, and then develop the knowledge. And meditation. Meditation means here what always Krishna talks about the meditation, the yoga is not the physical yoga, physical meditation, not sitting and then doing meditation. That means meditating on whatever knowledge you have gained, thinking about whatever knowledge you have gained, meditating on Lord Krishna. By doing all this, purification and then peace of mind gradually develop in our mind. Then we should start working for Krishna. Working for Krishna means whatever, we need not do anything new now. Only thing is whatever we are doing now, we should do in with a consciousness that all these things, whatever we are enjoying now, whatever we are having, whatever is giving pleasure to us, are uh, are blessings of Krishna. We always, all this we got just because Krishna has is a merciful God, and he has given all those things to them. And then once we start doing this, then we have to follow the regulative principles of Shraddha Bhakti. That is, we should follow all this Ravanam, Kirtanam, all those things we should follow. And whatever a devotee is supposed to do, we have to follow. Develop desire to attain Krishna, basic thing, whatever, to become anything. What is required is a desire. Just we can't just sit there and think, I want to come first in the class, I want to come first in the class. You will never come first in the class. If you want to come first in the class, you have to work for it. It is not that, okay, I need, if I want to come first in the class, I have to be put in a very good school. A very good teacher has to come. A very good tuition master has to come. All those things. You cannot lay conditions saying that if all these things are given to me, then only I will study hard and then I will become the devotee of first in the class. That will never happen. With whatever we have, we should know how to develop and then get better marks in the school. Okay, for various reasons, you are in a small town, you don't have a very good school there, you should not get disappointed thinking that if only I was put in the best school in Hyderabad city, I would have come first in the class. It is not true. Wherever you are, in whichever circumstances you are, you should know how to get best out of it. So, see, there are a lot of people who are staying in the schools, in the villages, and becoming IAS officers. There are people who have no opportunities in life, no money in life, and who are just left on the roads after their education, who somehow apply their mind and then work day and night, and they become great entrepreneurs, or they take up great jobs, or they take up jobs which they do not like, but come successfully out of it, and then they become successful. That way also, even in devotion also, the same thing. We should never think after finishing my classes, after this 10th class, then I will study slokas, then I'll study Krishna, then I'll learn about Krishna. That will not happen. After 10th class, you'll have to do intermediate. After that, you have to do degree. After that, you have to take up your prob. And finally, we'll think, okay, after I finish my responsibilities and then retire and I have no work, then I will take up the Krishna consciousness. No, that will not work, because that time you have no energy to take up. So the right thing, either to become a good devotee and become a good Krishna conscious person, or to become successful in life, is the engage. At the very young age of yours, wherever you are now, whatever age you are now, that is the age for you to attain knowledge, and to put that knowledge into implementation is the age once you become more matured. So never think that I will do it later, some other day. No, the day today, if there is anything, if you have to become a successful person in your life, either it can be devotion, or it can be a job, or it can be studies, or the games which are you love. You can never think, if only I put on 5 kgs of weight more, then I'll have more energy, I'll start playing. No, then you will have some other problem. So whatever in the given circumstances, we should know how to achieve what our desire is. So here the most important thing is first have the desire and then start working for it. So for this Krishna Bhakti also, first thing is we should have the desire to attain Krishna, and then just by having desire, saying that I want desire, I want Krishna Bhakti, I want to do 16 rounds of chanting, I want to become a good devotee, I want to learn all the slokas of Bhagavad Gita. Just sit and then meditate on this, it will not work. You have to first have the desire and then work for it. By following all the principles of sadhana, we have to follow all the principles of sadhana bhakti. So after doing this, once you cross these 3 stages, then your mind will have more strength to take up your desire. Then your intelligence also will accept that whatever you are doing is correct, whatever things you are doing there is wrong, and then fix our mind on Krishna, and the relationship with Krishna will develop, and we will become a pure devotee. Okay, so that way. And also here, 1 minute. So follow rules and regulations of bhakti, I said. So how to follow the rules and what are the rules of bhakti is the process of purification by senses. First, our consciousness, our senses should become pure. That means the guidance of a spiritual master. How do we know what is right, what is wrong? We can, whatever is comfortable to us, we feel that is right. But that's not what is right. Whatever a spiritual master tells us is what is right in the spiritual side. In the material side, whatever our well-wisher tells us is right. Then the next point is rise early. See, the day we don't rise early, it can be you, children, or me, anybody for that matter, the day is lost. Just whether you like it or not, just do it. Get up early in the morning. Finish all your works. In the sense, all your works means your bath, your breakfast, whatever it is. By 8 o'clock, you finish. You will have such a big day that day. You will not know what to do. That is when you can really do. So, as we always say, the best, early to bed, early to rise. So, rise early in the morning. The first thing is guidance of spiritual master, and next one is get up early in the morning, temple visit and offering prayers. Why temple visit? The temple visit is one which gives association of devotees. See, in English we have a saying, tell me who your friends are, I'll tell you what you are, who you are. That way, we normally try to go and associate with people with whom we are more comfortable. With whom are we more comfortable? We are more comfortable with the people, with the friends with whose our mindset matches, with whom our mindset matches. That is not correct, because when we are thinking something wrong, when we have a friend saying what you're doing is not right. Suppose your friend, you have 2 friends. One is you wanted to attend this class today. Suppose you are in 2 minds, thinking, should I attend Mataji's class today or should I go out and play? So one friend says, no, attending the class is very important, attend. The other one says, no, come, we'll play outside. The weather is so beautiful, we'll go and play. So what do we hear? Whatever, so from both sides we have equal guidance. But whatever our mind says, whatever our temptation says, if you have the right knowledge, our knowledge will guide us to attending the class. If we have no knowledge and guide, then our temptation will be towards other things. Similarly, in life also, you associate with better people, good quality people. You will have quality ideas. You will perform in a better quality. If you associate with people who gives you ideas which will give you temporary benefits, temporary happiness, you are only wasting your time permanently. As we all know, this life is very temporary. This is a very small life. That small life also, we have an opportunity to utilize it properly and go back to Krishna. That small life also, if we waste, nobody can help us. In the next life, we don't know what we are going to be, whether we are going to be a dog, cat, or a pig, or whatever. So that's where we should always associate with good quality people, with devotees. Chant Hare Krishna. So today, as I told you, I went to Bhagavad Prabhuji's daughter's marriage. Lot of devotees, even in the marriage, they carry the chanting bag. They keep doing Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. That means while sitting in the marriage, what are we doing? Just looking at the marriage, nothing else. So we never realize that that is the time we are wasting. But see, those devotees, they are there also, they are doing chanting. They have come for the marriage, they're sitting in the marriage. Bhagavad Prabhuji will be very happy because we have spent 3-4 hours there. But see how they have utilized the time by doing chanting. That is how you should utilize our time. Offer flowers to the deity. It is means offer to the deity. Flowers means it's not just flowers. Anything. We have to, our mind should be whatever is available. We should have a feel that I should give it to Krishna. See, your parents are there. What are they doing? They want to give the best to you. Why? Because they love you. Similarly, we also, the moment we put Krishna in our mind, we always try to give offerings to Krishna. Cook for the deities. Will the deities eat? Is my first question. Yes, Krishna eats. Krishna will definitely eat. The thought in our mind that whatever I am cooking for Krishna, cooking is for Krishna, because Krishna is such a merciful God who is so he has given me so many blessings. I have so many luxuries in life. What are luxuries? Luxuries are not having bank full of money, or not having a cupboard full of dresses, or not having 10 cars. That is not luxury. That is luxury. What is required is, are we able to eat daily, or are we struggling for food? Are we able to wear clothes on our body? That's it. Are we able to sleep in a comfort zone? See, in the night, when it is so cold, we immediately take a thick blanket, cover ourselves. We feel so comfortable. But so nice, we think. What is that? Who should come into your mind? The only two people who should come to your mind is your parents, who has given you all the comfort, and Krishna, who has given you that parents. And Krishna, because of his blessings only, the parents are able to give you that comfort. Just imagine on a chilly night, covering yourself in the blanket and lying down. Is there any more comfort than that? No. That they are all comforts. So similarly, even the cooking, whatever we from cooking we went there. Cooking also, cooking for deities means it's having a great gratitude feeling towards Lord Krishna for giving all this, and thinking, I must thank Krishna for giving me this food. So first let me offer this food to Krishna and say, Hare Krishna, thank you Krishna for giving me all this, for giving me my food today. How many people in this world are sleeping without eating anything every night? Just you people are experts in YouTube. Just search. Then we will know how fortunate we are. So cooking good and then honoring prasadam. Don't eat any rubbish that is available outside. And all of us know, we learned in our SSR classes, the consciousness with which a person cooks is what is going to be our consciousness. A mother cooks it with love. The consciousness that my children, by taking this food, should become healthy, should go big, or whatever consciousness. If she is a devotee, she will cook with a consciousness of devotion. That feeling will go. You go and eat whatever rubbish is there on the road. With what consciousness is that fellow cooking? If I put a rubbish oil in this, I'll save more money. If I put a cheaper quality food, I'll make more money. We don't know what kind of fellow is that. We don't know whether that fellow is a thief, that fellow is a rapist, or that fellow is a murderer. How do you know? He's just cooking. We go and eat there. And then the consciousness with which he's cooking, we go stand there. So you people, oh, this lady is wearing a very beautiful gold chain. How will it be if I snatch that gold chain? If that is his consciousness with which he's cooking the food, the same consciousness will go into your mind. The same food which we buy outside, you can never offer it to Krishna. Only when you cook. Forget, I don't want to discuss now about vegetarian, non-vegetarian, because the consciousness with which the animal dies, the fear, the anger, the fear, the anger, the hesitation, the agony it undergoes is there in the dose. Hormones are there in the animal which you are eating. Your body will also develop that kind of a consciousness. So what we are cooking, what we are eating, honoring prasadam is the most important thing any one of us should do. Why I am going so elaborately on this is, today we are completing Bhakti Yoga, the most important chapters of Bhagavad Gita. So Bhakti means to develop Bhakti. These are the most important things. And then okay, so as we said, association is very important. Constant hearing of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam is important. Why? Because out of sight is out of mind. Anything out of sight is out of mind. Just think about your friends. A friend 2 years back who was very close to you, whom you think, hey, if this friend is not there, how will my life move? Now you must have, if he's gone somewhere, now you must have totally forgotten him. Sometimes you remember him, oh, I had such a nice time with him. Now he's not there. You missed him, you forget him. So out of sight is out of mind. That way, Bhagavad Gita, what is there in Bhagavad Gita? There's nothing in Bhagavad Gita other than do's and don'ts. That's all is there in Bhagavad Gita. Do this, don't do this. Do this, don't do this. That's all. There is no religion in this. There is no God in this. It is only do's and don'ts. So daily, remembering what is do's and what is don'ts is important. Similarly, reading Srimad Bhagavatam. What is there in Bhagavatam? It is just the stories of devotees. Why stories of devotees? Because when we read the stories of devotees, we understand the benefit the devotee has got, and then there is a chance that we will also become a devotee. Because I don't know about you children, you have great opportunities in life, but me, I have wasted most of my life. Even now, I'm wasting. So to become a devotee, to get the association of Krishna at this tender age of yours is the greatest blessing all of you have got. Please utilize that. Those are the process of purifying your senses. Next one is qualification. Who can become a devotee? Anybody can become a devotee. Anyone can become a devotee. We used to study that there are 4, we all know all this, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Sudra, Vaishya, and we know why those classifications have come. We know that they are not by birth, they are by our quality. All these things we know. So a Vaishnava is more than a Brahmin. By birth you are a Brahmin, you are not the greatest. A person who practices bhakti is a Vaishnava. And who can become a Vaishnava? Anybody can become a Vaishnava. See, when Prabhupada went to USA, he has changed the hippies into happies. And the greatest followers of Prabhupada are the people who have led the worst life. That means they had no family. They never bothered to wear clothes. Also, all the time they used to eat whatever is available, drink, have drugs, lie down on the road, do all rubbish. That kind of a people also, whom we think are the worst people, have become the greatest devotees of Krishna. Made by, that is the credit, that is the miracle which Prabhupada can do. And the results, surety of love of Godhead. If you follow the above, Krishna in this chapter is assuring that we are sure of getting the love of the Supreme God, Krishna. Okay? Right. So, as we said, follow rules and regulations of bhakti. That is very important. Next one is what are the important, easy, practical. Without attachment to the results is the easiest way to do. Because what is the root cause of all this? The root cause of all the problem is we attach ourselves to the result. I am working very hard. I must come first in the class. Everybody in the class are supposed to work hard. Can everybody come first in the class? No. Only one will come first in the class. It is not that they have more blessings, you have no blessings. Here, what is important is don't look at the results. Did you get the concept of your study, and are you implementing it in your practical life? That's all is the result here. And meditation, knowledge will help one to understand the Supreme God. Meditation means not sitting like this. It is thinking about God. Anything for that matter you take, the more you think about it, the more you will understand it. So the more you think about Krishna, the more you will understand Krishna. Cultivation of knowledge. Understand his real position. Why knowledge is cultivation of knowledge is important is, it is not that knowledge is required to become a bhakta. A knowledge is important so that we don't fall back into the material pool again. We don't forget Krishna. Not to forget Krishna, that knowledge is important. Just because I said Krishna is God, if you believe God, tomorrow somebody else will come and say, no, Krishna is not the God, so and so is the God. Or somebody else will say, there is no God at all. Then if they are more have more talking power, that means a tact of convincing people, then you will start believing them. But suppose you have the right knowledge of Krishna, right knowledge, what is the real knowledge, then you will not go back. So that is very important. So now we'll start with the slokas. I just gave the importance of bhakti, how to practice bhakti. So now this chapter has got 20 slokas. We completed 1 to 12. Now we are going to do the only last 12 to 14. Who will read 13 sloka?
Mataji, can I read, Mataji?
Yeah, read.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Yeah,
Vesta sarva bhutanam mitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankarah samadukka sukha sami satsuma satatam yogi yatatma dhrida nishchaya Maya prita mano buddhir yo mad bhakta same priya.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yeah, read the meaning. You're not reading the meaning?
Translation. One who is not envious but is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled, and engaged in devotional service with determination, his mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
One who is not envious, but is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from false ego, who is equal to both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self controlled, and engaged in devotional service with determination, his mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. So, from this 13th to 20th slokas, 31 qualities of a pure devotee will be explained by Krishna. So in 13th sloka, 7 qualities will be explained. So here what Krishna says is, for first one he says is Advesta. Advesta means non-envious. So everyone, that means love everyone. See, what is the root cause of all our problem? Just think for yourself. It is only envy. Envying means, first thing, you accept one thing. If we are envying somebody, that means we are accepting that they are superior to us. Suppose anything that which friend will you envy in your class? A friend who is able to get better marks, or who is working, who is putting more effort in your class, or who is able to play better, things like that. Who is able to do better than you, you envy them, right? You don't envy a person who is coming last in the class. That means you are envying, accepting that somebody is superior to you. So, and all of us know why we are here in this material world. We are in this material world because we envied Lord Krishna. We envied him. When we were with him in Goloka, we all thought, why all this specialty to Krishna only? Why not to us? We forgot that he is the creator, he is the supreme, and that we are there. We are in his association to serve him. We thought, why we should serve Krishna? Why I cannot be served like this? Why I cannot be the supreme? This kind of thoughts we developed. And Krishna, being such a kind-hearted father, he said, okay, if that is what you want, you go back. He created this material world for us and said, you do whatever you want. So that is where we came here. Even after coming here, even now, why we are not able to accept Krishna is we envy him. Why should I offer everything to Krishna? Is Krishna really giving us? Is the feeling. So this envy is the most dangerous thing in life. Accept whatever is there. He has a better house. Okay, maybe that is his karma. He's having better house. Just enjoy whatever you have. We have a lot of things which others don't have. So enjoy them. Never envy others. See, if at all you want to envy, you envy a devotee. The devotee is studying more. He is studying Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam more. He is doing more rounds of chanting. And that way we can envy, but not on material grounds. So once we become a pure devotee and once we get the right knowledge, then once we get the right knowledge, 1 minute. So please go. Once we get the right knowledge, we will not envy anybody. See, whom do we envy? Normally, at least if there are horrible people who envy everybody, that's different. We at least, whom do we love for that matter? We love our parents, we love our brothers and sisters. That means the day we accept Krishna as our father, and then we understand, if we understand, what happens is, we understand that Krishna is the father, and then so We are all, he is the seed giving father, and we are all the parents of, we are all the children of Krishna. Who are all the living beings around us? Even the animals or the human beings, they are all the from Krishna. That means they are all our siblings, they are all our brothers and sisters. How can we envy them? We'll start loving them. So here again the point goes to, are you accepting Krishna as your father or not? The moment you accept him as your father, you love your friends, relatives, all the human beings. That is where we should have a kind heart, compassion. If you love, if you accept Krishna, you know that even the animals are Krishna's children only. So what is that we do? You cannot eat the animals. If you know that even plants you cannot eat, but to survive you have to eat something. So we can offer the plants to God and say, thank you God, I'm eating this for the survival of this human body which you have given to the minimum extent, and then eat. Anything that we can offer to God, you can use. Okay, leave that there. So once we accept Krishna as our father, this envy goes off. So and also living entities who does not think himself. So one who is not envious but is kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself as a proprietor. We should never think that we are the owners of this. See, we build a beautiful house. We think, I am the owner of this house. I have done it. What is it you have done it? Did you create the land? Did you create the soil? Did you create the cement? Did you create the bricks? What is it you have created? Did you create the wood? Nothing. It is all the mercy of Krishna. And at the end, forget that also. Okay, I have money, I got it. How long are you going to be the property owner? As long as you have this material body. That the moment, suppose I die suddenly like this, and my soul goes into a dog body or a cat body, and next life I come and say, this house I have constructed, it's my house. My children will kick me out, saying, what is this dog, cat, and coming and trying to stay in this house? They'll never allow me into the house also. So never think that you are the property, you are the owner of something. It is all temporary. We go on the land and put a flag there saying, I am the owner of this land. This long land belongs to Padmavati. How long does it become to Padmavati? As long as Padmavati is there. Afterwards, no. So nothing on this world is ours. It's all temporary. Once we understand this, we are free from false ego, thinking that I, that false ego. What is the false ego? I is the false ego. We are free from that false ego. Who is equal? Once we become out of the false ego, we are equal to both happiness and distress. Only when I think that this is mine, I have happiness. Only when that mine is lost, I am under distress. So when that mine is not there, there is no happiness. Equal. So I want something. I have something with me. I should take it. This house Krishna has given me to live a comfortable life. Thank you, Krishna, for this. That means I am fortunate, I am able to live this. Then there is not much of happiness. The day for some reason you lose the house, you think, oh, okay, I am able to live in this hut. Okay, fine. The moment you are not attached to this house, you have no distress. And also, who is tolerant, always satisfied. You should be able to tolerate whatever that comes in life. You should have the tolerance to accept. Then you are always satisfied. That means somebody shouts at me, I get upset. That means I'm not happy. I'm not satisfied. And we should always be satisfied. In the sense, satisfied in the sense, I have 10 saris. If I'm not satisfied, I can't enjoy these 10 saris. I look for the 11th sari. The moment I'm satisfied, very happy with the 2-3 saris I have, the saris are to cover myself. I have 3, that means I have 1 in spare. I'm happy. I'm able to enjoy whatever I have. The day I'm not satisfied and look for what I don't have, you are not enjoying what you have. So self-controlled, that means when we self-control, when will we have, only when we have self-control, we can do all this. And engaged in devotional service with determination. This determination is something very important. You don't have determination. Today you are in Krishna consciousness. Tomorrow you are in some movie consciousness. Day after tomorrow you are in a fighting consciousness. The third day you are in a game consciousness. So being determined of what you should do is very important. His mind and intelligence fixed on me. By doing all this, how should we do this? Not half-hearted. Our mind and intelligence should be fixed on Krishna. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. Krishna is telling a devotee who has got all these qualities are very dear to me. So the various qualities Krishna explains in this sloka are even the compassion is very important. That means never get angry on anybody. And like, suppose you are in the position of a parent or a teacher, you are in the position of a judge, or in the position of somebody who has to punish for the benefit of that person. Also, you should do it with compassion. I am doing it for the benefit of this person, so that this person will improve. Why will our parents punish us? Not with anger, out of love, for us to get rectified. That is the compassion. So whenever anything we do, we should never do it with anger or revenge. We should do it with only mercy. The anger should be circumstantial, only on that point. No place for anger in a devotee's heart. Should only have compassion. Sarvabhutanam means this feeling should be there on all the living beings. See, when somebody goes, there is a plant there, people just pluck it and go. Why did you pluck that plant? Is there any necessary? It means you are not conscious. There's a dog sitting there, just throw a stone on the dog and go. Why did you do it? No compassion in your heart. You are a hard-hearted man. It's not how you should be. Yeah? Then accepting, the only thing is accept others as greater than you, not envy them. Then then you are very happy. Then you become a supporter to others, but never envy others. That means when somebody is coming up in life, don't try to pull their legs. Whatever support you can give, you give. So what is that we have to work is to establish a society with God in the center. That means when we move with everybody, what is important is we should not think that we should think that we should put Krishna in between. The day you put Krishna in between, all the fights, the envy, the jealousy goes off. The day you put yourself in the middle, I want this, finish. The day all of us put Krishna in between and all of us work for him, there is no jealous, there is no anger, there is no quarrel. All of us are happy. So this is very important. Accepting Krishna as the seed-giving father is the most important thing. All are our brothers and sisters. And he also says Maitreya, that means you have to be friendly with everybody. Karuna evacha, that means kind and merciful to all the living beings around us. Nirmamo mama maine, that means nirmamam means no possessiveness. Never think that this is mine, this saree is mine, this ball is mine, this biscuit is mine. Nothing in this world is ours. As a caretaker, Krishna has sent us here, and then we have to work only as a caretaker, thinking that all this becomes Krishna's. We are only here to caretake. Nirahankaraha, that means no ahankara, no false ego. That what is ego? That I am the body. All of us know that we are not the body. We are only the soul here. That is the ahankara. Samadukha sukha. Samadukha sukha means we should know equanimity. That is taking good and bad equally, happiness and sorrow equally. failure and success equally. Then this will happen only when we have a higher taste. So Kshemi, that means forgiveness. Especially internally, we should forget, not externally. That means externally, whenever we can't do anything to the person who has harmed us, okay, I'm excusing you. It is not that you are excusing him. Because there is nothing you can do, you are only using those words. That is not what we should do. Hmm? So you should always be happy with whatever one gets. So we should have self-control, and this telling all this is very easy, but implementing and practicing is very difficult. It will take long time. The only way is Krishna only can give us this mercy, and only when we desire for it and work for it, Krishna will give us. For this, you have to be very much determined. So what is important is, for getting this, we have to be very much dedicated and putting our mind and heart in Krishna, our mind and intelligence on Krishna. So such a devotee is very dear to me, is what is Krishna here. Till now he has explained 12 properties out of the 31 properties. But all the properties are almost similar, but he has explained 11, sorry. So next one. Who will read 2.15? Is there? Harshit? Harshit is busy. He is going big these days. Okay.
Krishna Mataji.
Read. Which class are you in, Harshit?
Mataji, 8th.
8th class. Okay, good. Now read.
Yes, ma'am. Yasmano vijayate loko lokano dvijate cha yaha harsamarsa bhayo dvegair muktoya sacha me priyaha. Translation. He by whom no one is put into difficulty and who is not disturbed by anyone, who is equipoised in happiness and distress, fear and anxiety, and is very dear to me. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. He is giving some more qualities who are dear to Krishna. He by whom no one is put into difficulty and who is not disturbed by anyone. Here, a devotee never hurts others because he has that compassion in his heart. He knows that all the living beings around him are Krishna's children. Why will we hurt them? So a devotee should never hurt anybody. And when somebody hurts him also, he should not get disturbed. He should have the magnanimity to excuse them, thinking that it is their ignorance. Why will somebody hurt us? The first reason somebody hurting us is ego. When they think that we are more than them, they try to hurt us. So, okay, leave. Who is equipoised in happiness and distress? See, that is again the above qualities only. By putting into difficulty others into difficulty, we get happiness, right? Let us accept. So that should not be there. And distress, when somebody hurts us, we get distress. This kind of quality should not be there. And fear. Why will the fear come? The fear will come when we think that fear and anxiety will come when we think that we are going to lose what we have. So the moment we think that this is mine, I have this, the fear will come into our heart that I might lose this. That feeling is not there, you have no fear. And anxiety, why will anxiety come? Anxiety will come when we think that we are not going to get something what we want. The moment you don't desire anything, it won't come. So that way it is not there. So here, a devotee can never hurt somebody, or he will not get hurt by others' behavior. So these are the next 3 qualities. We have completed 14 qualities of a devotee. Yeah, 16. Who will read? Pushkar, are you there? Where are these 2 girls? Vishnupriya and Krishnapriya disappeared. Rohan. Tyari Badam. Who is that? Hawaii. Who is this Hawaii? Anybody can read this? 2.16.
Mataji, I will read Mataji.
Nobody is reading, you can read. Anybody else?
Anapeksha suchirdaksha udasino gata yata sarvavarambha parityagi yomadbhaktah same priya. Translation: my devotee who is not dependent on the ordinary course of activities, who is pure, expert without case, free from all pains, and not striving for some result is very dear to me. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you Mataji.
My devotee who is not dependent on the ordinary course of activities, who is pure, expert, without cares, free from all pains, and not striving for some result is very dear to me. Again, these are what we talked before only. That means he has no expectations. The cause of problems is expectations. So, who is not dependent on the ordinary course of activity? Ordinary course of activities means all of us know. Ahara nidra bhayamayadu nancha. So, who are not depending on them, but who strive for the knowledge. Who is pure. How can one become pure? Pure means one is physical purity and the other one is mental purity. Mental purity comes with knowledge. Mental purity comes with devotion. So that pure, who is pure, expert, who is free from all pains. Again, pains. From where will the pains come? The pain will come from the feeling that we are going to get it, we are going to lose it. Not striving for some results. Don't look for the results. Do your duty. Leave the result to me. Is the gist of Bhagavad Gita. So he is very dear to me. So that means it doesn't mean Krishna is never telling don't do work. He always says do your work, but don't look at the results. Yeah, Harshit, read.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yo na hrishyati na dveshti na soshati na kankshati subha subha pratit yagi bhakti manyah same priyah. Translation: one who neither rejoices nor grieves, who neither laments nor desires, and who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious things, such a devotee is very dear to me. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. One who neither rejoices nor grieves. That means when he gets something, he is not excited. When he loses something, he is feeling sad. Who neither laments nor desires. Who doesn't cry over what is lost, and who doesn't desire anything, and who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious things. That means anything good or bad, anything is pure or impure, just renounce. That means nothing should make him feel happy or sorrowful. Such a devotee is very dear to me. If you observe, all these qualities are almost same. It is talking only about renunciation. And don't look at the results. Do your duty. This only he is telling in different ways. Because at least for a dumb human being like us, tell it in 100 different ways, it will get synced into the body and we will be beneficial out of it. Yeah, 18. Yeah, Rohan, will you read 18 and 19? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, read.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Sama satru cha mitre cha tatah manapam anayo sitosna sukha dukkeshu sama sanga vivarjitaha tulyaninda stutirman manu. संतुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेतः स्थिरमतिर्भक्तिमान् मे प्रियो नरः. Translation, Mataji.
Yeah, translation.
Translation. One who is equal to friends and enemies, who is equipoised in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, happiness and distance, fame and infamy, who is always free from contaminating association, always silent and satisfied with anything, who does not care for any residence, who is fixed in knowledge and who is engaged in devotional service, such is dear to me. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
One he is equal to friends and enemies. Say something is happening, you have something which you want to donate. You should not look whether I should donate it to my friend or to my enemy. Never. He should be equal. That means who is in needy? Let me give it to him. Somebody has hurt me. If he is friend, ignore. If he is enemy, take revenge. That should not be there. You should be equal to everybody. Who is equipoised in honor and dishonor? In both, somebody insults you, take it rightly. If somebody appreciates you, take it in the same spirit, heat or cold. So, see, we people, when it is too hot, we cry. When it is too cold, we cry. So, anything that is too much or too less, we can't take. So, we should be able to take. Happiness or distress, fame or infame, somebody appreciate you, we go on to cloud 7. Cloud 9, and then somebody says, "Arey, what is this you have done? It doesn't look good." Not even blame, just say it doesn't look good. Finish, you are out. Who is always free from contaminating association. That means when we have bad association, who is free from contaminating association, always silent and satisfied with anything. Silent means, again, why should we be silent? It is not that you should not talk. We should not talk unnecessarily. When there is talk going on which is unnecessarily, which is bad, which is not required, we should not talk. We should only talk good. We should only talk when required. We should only talk the right thing. And then we should not keep silent, because Krishna said, always silent means just keep your mouth shut. No, don't talk unnecessarily. Talk only what is required. Satisfied, and who is satisfied with everything, who does not care for any residence. That means whether I am asked to stay in a 5-star hotel or in a Daba hotel, you should not feel bad. Okay, I have some shelter today to stay. It is not in a 5-star hotel. What do? We switch on the AC and cover ourselves with the blanket. We should understand, oh, I am sleeping in a Daba. I have such beautiful wind coming from outside. We should have that appreciation to whatever you are given. And who is fixed for, mean, don't look at residence. Residence means here maybe what Krishna means is owning properties. Whether you have to go, from here you have to go to that place. You should not look for a big car. Okay, you have a city bus in which you can go. Be happy. You are not asked to walk. Go. You are asked to go in a metro. Be happy. Go. But never think stop your work because you don't have a vehicle. You have to do your duty. However you do it. Never think that only when I get a bright vehicle, I'll go every day and do. No, that you will never do. So that way, you should not look for any assets also. Who is fixed in knowledge. All this will happen only when we have the right knowledge. Who is engaged in devotional service. What is the right knowledge? Is devotional knowledge, once we have this knowledge, we try to engage ourselves. Such a person is very dear to me. So, but here what again is the same thing he is telling, that we have to be very, we should not get tempted to outsiders. We should be sthita prajna. We should be equipoised with everything what is available. Should not cry for what we don't have. Okay, Harshit, read this last sloka of this chapter.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Etu dharmatratam idam yuktatam paryupasate shraddhana mat parama bhaktastetiva me priyaha. Translation. Those who follow his imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, a very, very dear to me. Hare
Those,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Those who follow the imperishable path of devotional service. This path of devotional service is imperishable. That means it always exists. The best example is Bhagavad Gita. This we discussed many times. Krishna told his Bhagavad Gita 5,500 years back. Even today, it is the number one book. Even today, the Mahabharata serial or some other serial which has come 20 years back, we love to see it. But just think of certain movies, as we discussed, that Bahubali movie which has come. We all went running. We bought tickets in blank. We had so much of anxiety to see it, desire to see it. And now, if somebody says, shall we go to Bahubali? Bahubali we have seen. Why again? It will be our answer. But the same desire will not be there on Bhagavad Gita. The more number of times you read, the more knowledge you get. The imperishable path of devotion, that is the imperishable path of, that is devotional path is never perished. It always exists. Any other, see, desires, what are the other path, services? Anything you do today, tomorrow you don't feel like doing. Anything for that matter. Anything. Say when you are a child, you want to play with the ball. When you are a little grown up, you want to play with building blocks. A little more, you want to play with a cycle. After that, you want to play video games. When you become a youth, you want to go and play something else. Whatever you did at your childhood, you won't like to do it now. They are all, that happiness changes, but this does not change. And who completely engage themselves with the faith, making me the supreme goal. That means completely thinking that Krishna is the supreme goal. That is the goal what we have to reach. What is that? All our struggle. Every day we have a different goal. In your childhood, our goal is to eat a chocolate. Afterward, you go out and play. Afterwards, get first rank in the class. Afterwards, get a good job. That way our goal keeps changing. The imperishable goal is, we have to understand that Krishna is the supreme goal. If you have that, we are very, very, very dear to Krishna. This is what Krishna has told in the Bhakti Yoga chapter. So the only thing is, we have to keep in our mind that Krishna is the supreme personality, and we have to always strive to reach him. For that, we have to follow the right devotional services. We have to develop the right knowledge. We have to share the right knowledge. Not only develop for us and then keep it. I know the total knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, I shall practice it and then sit idle. No. Whatever knowledge you have, you should distribute it to everybody in outside. What did Prabhupada say? He said, each one. That means every person who has got into this devotion, share it with at least one person. Only that person is the most dearest person to Krishna. For example, I'll tell you a small story. I'll ask you a small question. There's a rich man and he has a son. Some quarrel has come between the father and the son. The son left the house and okay, we all have that ego. The son is struggling outside very badly. But he doesn't want to go back to his father. Why? Because ego. If I go back, I am lost. That means my father is winning, I will not go. And he sits there. And we meet that boy somewhere. What is that? The best. That boy has no food, no shelter, no clothing. He's struggling in the rain and everything, standing on a bus stop. We know who this fellow is. What is that? Immediately after getting him, what is that we have to do? Can somebody say, what is that we have to do to the boy? Give him food, give him clothes, give him shelter, or anything else? Can somebody tell? No answer. That means whatever I talked till now is a waste. Hare Krishna.
Take him to ISKCON temple and
if I take him to ISKCON temple, people will kick me out. ISKCON temple is not an orphanage house. You are almost there. Tell.
Mataji,
Ah,
we must mix them both, the father and the son.
very good. Excellent. What we should do is, we should take him to the father. Because the father, like, why? Some quarrel has come. The love is always there. The love between the father and the son is there. Hmm? But and finally from there he will go to ISKCON temple only. So because here, why? Because you give him clothes today, you give him food today, you give him shelter today. Again, that fellow tomorrow is on the roads. So we should take him to his home.
Father.
To his home. What is so there he'll be happy. So similarly, we are also that kind of a lost children in this material world. So some of us know what is our goal. So others don't know. So what is that we have to do? We have to transfer this knowledge to at least one. Okay, you have understood my point now? So at least one,
Yes,
if you
Mataji.
give the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, then Krishna will be very happy. And he says, at least you come to me, to the supreme goal, accept me as the supreme goal, and you will be very, 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 very dear to me. Hare Krishna. So this is the end of chapter 12 and the second section of Bhagavad Gita, Bhakti Yoga. The next section is
Mataji,
Hare Krishna. Tell.
only 20 shlokas, Mataji, in 12th chapter.
Yes. Only 20 slokas. So tomorrow, next week, we'll start 13th chapter. Which one? Yeah, 13th chapter. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Okay.